Hey, what's up? This is Trey with Roof on Texas. I was gonna make a video today. Goes over kind of our contractor's truth little playlist we're going through right now. And to be honest with you, I made a script, but I'm not gonna read off that. I decided that that was too difficult and too not genuine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into this. It's an instance that happened yesterday, and this is the issue with the roofing industry. Um, we had a call yesterday, and we got out there within the next probably hour and a half, 2 hours. Um, Somebody needed a roof. They were looking at financing options and things like that. So we went out there. When we pulled up, there was another roofing company there. So we kind of waited for them to do their thing and all that. We got out, started talking to the homeowner. He let us know that he called a couple other companies, and he had one company that was looking at helping him. We kind of went over what was going on. He told us, "Hey, I made it. We had a claim 2 years ago. We never got the work done. We then got a letter from insurance saying that we had to get it done, or they're going to cancel this policy." And that happens a lot, and a lot of people don't understand how often that truly does happen. Well, we were talking to him, and he said he had a company that set him up with financing. We told him, that's great. Great, we got taken care of. It wasn't a company that was there. It was another company, and they were doing it the right way. Hey, he already been paid. Insurance isn't going to pay twice. Get him taken care of with financing. He had to have some money down, but that's kind of part of it, similar to what a deductible would be. Well, this other company was trying to tell him that they could go up there, they could find this new damage, and with being new damage, they could get insurance to pay for it again. And that made him trust this company, which we tried to tell him that, hey, we don't want to step on any toes or anything like that, but I don't think you should go the insurance route, being that they've already paid, the work wasn't done. The first company gave you kind of the better deal where they helped you get taken care of, and they were honest about it. This other company is also a local company, and what happens is insurance does these audits over claims every year, every 2 years, to figure out, hey, did they ever send us documentation that the job was completed or anything like that. And when it's not, they're going to flag it because they don't want to pay for that thing 2 times. They've already paid once, they want to see proof it got replaced, or they're not going to cover it again. And for another company to come in and try to deceive the homeowner to make a second claim over the same roof that was never replaced and already paid for, that's not helping. That's trying to get leverage on the homeowner. And by leverage, what I mean is they try to get you to sign a contingency agreement, or they try to lock you into this contract, or they try to make it where you can't do anything else. But the only thing it hurts is you as the homeowner. They're creating doubt about the people doing it right, and they want to be the hero in the situation when really they're the villain. The hero is the guy that's doing it right, trying to help the homeowner and still be ethical and honest. Um, you know, we are not in this business to try to step on toes. We're in the business to make sure homeowners get taken care of and not get taken advantage of. And that we just see it way too much in the industry. And it's crazy because this same contractor that was telling this homeowner this their lies, but is a company that was recently posted all over Facebook, that different pages, for doing unethical practices during a roof inspection to try to get these customers covered. And I get it. They're going to say they were trying to help the customer and help this, help that. They're really helping their pockets. They're not doing it and not making a profit. The other company, they were honest. I'll say the other company's name that was honest and had integrity about it, which was R&R out of Belton. I'm not going to bash the one that was lying to him, which I probably should, so that people aren't aware. But I'm just, I'm not that kind of person that's going to do that. I will tell you they're local to Waco area and Plano area. Just be cautious about that. When these contractors come up and start telling you something that's too good to be true, it is typically too good to be true. So they're either going to, put you in a situation to where now you're facing the repercussions. You're facing the the legal actions or getting dropped from insurance coverage and not be able to find coverage because you tried to do it again. And they're not facing anything because guess what? They're not tied to it. They're not tied to it at all. You could try to go after them yourself, but the chances of it and the money wasted, it's not going to benefit you as a homeowner. The best benefit you could have is research the companies. Ask around. And if it sounds wrong, go with your gut. Go with your gut. You know it's wrong. I mean, you don't want to be put in a situation where the only person that's not doing this, they're not benefiting from it, or the only person carrying the blame. That's you. That's the homeowner. Insurance agents know this happens. They're watching for it. They're not blind to it. They're not going to take this claim and be like, oh, well, we paid. Maybe they got it done. They already know. They've already been told it wasn't done. So before you get into that situation, make sure that you check out the companies, check out what's going on. And like I said, if it's too good to be true, most likely it is. Leave a comment below if you've had these experiences. Hit the follow button because that's all we're going to go over. We're trying to go over things that tell homeowners the truth and lets them know what's really going on in this industry, and so they don't get taken advantage of. And I'm real big on motivation and things like that, and I'm trying to help these homeowners and trying to help everybody involved, help new roofing company sales guys, know what's right and what's wrong. Everybody thinks they're being ethical, but they're not. They're not. They're trying to be out there and pay the bills, and I get it. But don't use the homeowner as your bank. Get out there, find legit claims, legit damage, legit people. And if they don't have a claim, figure out a way to work it into their budget or help them get financed. Hey, hit the follow button, drop a comment below if you had any type of experience like this, and follow for more.